All right. I am trying something completely different. So if y'all tuning in, bear with me. Uh, as I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. Give me a sec. Okay, that's that. You know, you'd think I'd have better options to see here. Studio mode. I go in studio mode? Hold on. No, we ain't doing that. It's all good. It's all good. We're just gonna do what it does. We're just gonna do what it does. Go ahead, chill out, chill out. All right, guys, everybody, welcome in to the Dallas Mavericks versus the LA Clippers pregame show. Pregame show it is. I did not anticipate making one of these today, but here we are. Here we are. No. Let's put this back here. There we go. All right, all right. If y'all got any comments or questions, go ahead and shoot them below. Again, I'm trying a whole different streaming service. So I'm actually controlling it through the laptop, but it's wirelessly shooting through the phone. So it's supposed to show me like my stuff, comments and stuff like that. So I have to have my other phone up here just to see those comments. What's up, Ocho? What's up, TGK? Now, what's up, bro? Appreciate you coming in. So again, for those joining in, we're going to talk about Luka, the Mavericks, Clippers, to see if we're even going to have Luka starting today. So we're going to keep an eye out on who is it? The MAVS PR Twitter that says if they're going to play. All right, damn, we just got news 14 minutes ago while I was trying to set all of this stuff up. My apologies. Because I did not think I was going to do a pregame show today, but I asked and someone said do it, so I'm doing it. Here I am. So Luka with left ankle soreness will be available for tonight's game against the Clippers. That is a beautiful sight to see. Now, if you're on the stream, if you don't mind letting me know how this audio sounds. Again, this is the first time I'm trying. I'm using OBS Ninja, so I'm trying to figure out how the hell this thing works. Still trying to figure that out. One, let me know if it sounds good. Two, let me know how it looks. That way I can continue to use this once I get better at using this stuff. Edward, go Mavs. Mavs fan till I die. Yes, sir. Mavs fan for life. I can speak for myself, and I'm pretty sure you'd agree that I am just a massive Mavs fan, bro. It's a whole different thing being a Mavs fan than it is anything else. Rivs, what's up, fam? What's up, man? Rivs, I see you got an Arizona Cardinals logo on your channel. You an Arizona Cardinals fan? How do you feel about your team letting go of your head coach and your quarterback apparently making a decision to how would I put it? Pick your next head coach. I don't know how I feel about that. My quarterback doing that. Ultra, what's up? Audio is good. Thank you. I don't know if I need to speak to this mic more or if I'm clear right here. Y'all let me know that. Edward, never second guess yourself, bro. Thank you. I'm definitely working on that, trying to get better at just overall production, man. I mean, because I've been doing I got my keys and my wallet over here. Hold on, man. I ain't even. I'm telling you, I just got off work, so I'm just trying to put all this stuff together. My bad. Anyway, so just trying to get everything situated, trying to improve the stuff. Again, I'm watching We Talk Mavs and just kind of seeing their production level, just trying to, just be more a part of that community and just giving you as premium as I can content. And so here we are, man. I think we're all, as Mavs fans, we're just trying to do the best job we can. Audio sounds good. Thank you, C-Dub. Appreciate that, C-Dub. All right, so first things first. Luka is playing today. That is a beautiful sight to see because I know he rested against the Thunder, and I'm like, if you're going to rest against the Thunder, you need to at least play against the Clippers, right? This is inexcusable. You're 23 years old, left ankle soreness. You got this, right? Good thing. Good. That's a good note. However, nobody else has returned. Dorian Finney-Smith ain't coming back. Josh Green ain't coming back. Kleber ain't coming back as of yet. I haven't heard of anything when they're expected to come back. As far as Josh Green, I hope he is back at least by the Portland Trailblazers games because there's going to be two of them back-to-back nights in Portland. So I hope he is at least available for one of them. because playing back-to-back games, I feel like we're gonna lose one for sure, but we're gonna need whichever Josh Green plays in, the game that he plays in. That's the game we're gonna need him in, so we could win that game. So I definitely see a splitting with the Trailblazers when we get to that point. But does anybody know if Kawhi Leonard or Paul George is playing tonight? I need to see if there's a Clippers PR because my thumbnail shows Kawhi Leonard, so I hope he plays. I actually hope all of the Clippers play today because I want to see an entertaining game. There's no point to watch these games and not see the players, bro. Like, and plus, I want to see Luka light his ass up. Let's just be honest. Let's go to LA Clippers injury latest. Yeah, I don't got anything. How about I put Kawhi Leonard up in here? Kawhi. Put latest. This is how I get my. Is he playing today? Kawhi. Okay, it looks like he's playing today so far. So I am not sure if that is the case, but if he plays it, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. So as far as PG is out. Okay, here we go. What's up, Rel? TGK, yes, sir. C-Dub, need Josh Green back. ASAP. We need him back ASAP. And it's more along the lines of, like, we need another player, bro. We've gotten to the point where we are exhausting every single player we got. We're playing Frank so many minutes. We're playing Bullock so many minutes. We're playing McKinley Wright so many minutes. Nothing against McKinley Wright, but come on. Josh Green is a superior athlete. Bear with me, for the Dallas Mavericks, right? So we need him back, bro. We need another player out here. PG is out. Okay, PG is out. So that means I'm guessing Kawhi's in. So if he's in there, I mean, Luka gives PG the business all the time. So I guess we could give PG a break. We'll give him a break today, but I hope Kawhi plays. That way I can see Luka do some things. Ribs. Oh, I love my Cardinals. I'm glad Cliff is gone. I hope we get Sean Payne. I'm also excited we got the 3rd overall pick. Will Anderson coming soon to the Valley. I don't know who Will Anderson is. I'm guessing that's a quarterback, or you let me know. But if I'm the the Cardinals, yeah, if you're gonna make changes and you're gonna have a big pick like that, you gotta make a massive splash when it comes to the not only free agency but drafting. You gotta make a big splash. C-Dub, Clippers PR protected Twitter page. Frankman is going to give a medical. Yes, man. I don't mind Frank in spurts, right? There's no point to have Frank out there for like 30 minutes a game. Like, why are we doing that, But what I do want to see is I want to see us get to the point where we utilize these players in a more efficient manner. So, quote unquote efficient, right? Jaden Hardy has been extremely efficient when he's on the court with Luka or when it's like the tail end of games. I want to see him get in there against like second string teams, but also when Luka's on the court. The reason for that is because we get to maximize what he gives us because he's not going to get doubled or have the best defender on him because that best defender is going to be on Luka. 1. 2, you're going to have a more open offense versus if you're out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. As you saw in the game against the Thunder, he played about over 20 minutes and didn't really give you much production out of other than 9 points. And it wasn't as efficient as I wanted it to be. It wasn't as, how would I say it? Like the plays weren't ran through him against better matchups. And again, that's probably goes to why Spencer Dinwiddie and Tim Hardaway Jr. were taking way more shots than Christian Wood. That's neither here nor there. But as far as like the Mavericks are concerned, when it comes to like utilizing players like Wood, McKinley Wright, Bullock, and Jaden Hardy, we need to utilize them correctly. Like if you're just throwing them out there just to take up minutes, what you really getting out of them, right? So that's why I hope we can find a way to have a third ball handler in some form or fashion, whatever the case may be. We should have had that from the start with JB, but don't let me start rhyming up in here. I am just saying when you have a better balance, which comes down to the front office with a better, roster management, you're able to just have better balance when it comes to how you distribute minutes. And that has been like the ongoing issue all year. I think Jason Kidd's been doing better as of late. But we need our players back like Green, DFS, and Kleba to just really help this out. I think they'll help out a lot. It doesn't put us over the top, but they'll help immediately. And then we could kind of utilize Jaden Hardy a lot better. We could utilize Frank in spurts versus utilizing him as a damn starter, man. What we got here? Edward, they need to start Kleba. I think if the bench gets more appreciation, they would work harder. Kleba is flying under the radar and is ready for his big break. Kleba. Are we talking about Kleba, Maxi Kleba or Kemba? I'm going to assume Kleba, but I think he's hurt right now. No other team in the league giving Frank minutes. He's on his last contract in the league. And that's sad to see, being I think it was pick number 11 or something like that. So to be picked that high in the draft and then to just fall, off the face of the planet and to not be able to provide more than you're providing. Like I believe during what is his name? Dennis Smith Jr. is playing great defense where he's at. And I know Frank is known as a defender, but is he making an impact, right? I think he made one block against the Thunder. But it's just we need to, if you're going to give us something like that's like sticks out. And there's nothing that he's done that stuck out to me. Who we got here? Another team. Ultra. Luka always owns the Clippers. I'm glad you said that. What are y'all expecting tonight? I think for Luka against the Clippers in LA, I think he knows that this is his time. He shows up when it comes to that stadium down there. Then you're going to play the Lakers in a couple of days as well. So the Clippers, he has some vitriol for them, right? What is your prediction on his stat line tonight? They take the court in an hour, less than an hour from now. I am going to make a prediction and say Luka gives you 37, 12, and 11. 37, 12, and 11 in a win where he gets the rest half of the fourth quarter. It'll be like that. I hope. Who else we got here? What we got? Ribs. He's a linebacker from Alabama. Okay. Dude has the same potential as Micah Parsons. Jeez. But with a high motor. Yeah. If you got a high motor, it's just like Micah. So that'd be nice. I think your quarterback is you would have thought Cliff would have been the perfect head coach for him. Sean Payton makes a lot of sense if you're going to get a lot out of the Mr. Kyler Murray. He's a dual option, bro. So if they can utilize him, get him off of Call of Duty for a little bit, you never know, man. I mean, he has the weapons. It's just they got to get it together. Edward says Cuban needs to invest more time and trust in his bench. We've been saying that for a long time, and what happened was he invested that time in that bench. It's just now the bench became the starters. And so now your bench is basically depleted for talent in regards to who your starters are, right? So your bench players are starting. And it's really Luka. Well, now Christian Wood is starting out of force, out of need. But when you got players like Dorian Finney-Smith, Kleba, Bullock, these guys should be technically more role players. Dorian Finney-Smith fits for us as a starter because there's really no one else. But in reality, you want those kind of players to be your 7th, 8th, and 9th best player on the team. You get what I'm saying? So if you tell me, damn, Dorian Finney-Smith is our 8th best player, 7th best player, so then you look at it like, I got 6, 7 players better than Dorian Finney-Smith, that lets you know how talented you are instead of saying, and Dorian Finney-Smith is like our 4th or 5th best player. Think of it from that perspective. Man, y'all are on it today. I don't know if it's because of a later start. I appreciate all these comments. I'm going to try to keep up with them as much as I can, guys. There we go. We need Josh and Finney back ASAP. I can't keep watching Bullock run suicides. Like We Talk MAVS says it, like Harrell calls them, cardio. That's cardio for you. Ultra laughing emojis. C-Dub says DFS wasn't playing well before the injury. Hopefully he plays better when he returns. I love DFS. I do too. Homegrown. He has that, how would I put it, like that chip on his shoulder, came from nothing and made something out of nothing. and made a whole NBA career. I'm happy he got his deal. I do hope when he comes back he does play a lot better, because it seems like the playoff run that him and Bullock went on last year, it took a toll on them. I think that playoff run took a toll on them. Them guys were averaging over 42 minutes a game per game the entire playoffs. Like, that's a lot of wear and tear in those like high intensity, high impact kind of games, man. That's a lot of wear and tear on those guys that aren't used to playing those kind of minutes, aren't used to playing those kind of games. It's a lot of pressure. Edward meant Maxey. Okay. Yeah, but if Maxey can come back, he protects the rim. If he's more of a supportive role, if he can start behind Wood, protects Wood defensively, can anchor a defense in a way, like, as far as the best that we got, right? So I would love to have Maxey back, and I think he could come back a little sooner, because reports are he's healing pretty quick. C-Dub, I couldn't believe he got drafted 8. I didn't know that until the other day. Saw Stephen A. Smith say that Frank got drafted ahead of Donovan Mitchell, and that Phil Jackson should be banned from the year because of it. There's a lot of things that Phil Jackson has did in New York that requires him to be banned from New York, but there's no way you ban Phil from Chicago or L.A. But in New York, it's a complete travesty, man. Edward says $27.99 for Luka. That's kind of low. Unless you're predicting a big blowout, Edward, that's what I'm guessing. Ultra says Luka goes 45, 11, and 8. Terrence Mann will say in postgame that Luka is his daddy. I forget that Terrence Mann and Luka have a little beef. If you ever have the time, you go back in my channel, you scroll all the way down to my videos from 2018, 2019. I did a lot of videos back then about Luka. Early on, like in his rookie season, I was making videos about Luka, saying that Luka is Luka. Luka's not the next Larry Bird, like how they were calling him. And then I have a video where Luka, we needed an enforcer when I think it was Luka's second season. We needed an enforcer on our team. And I think it was a preseason game between him and Terrence Mann where they got in each other's face. And I was like, the fact that our best player is going to be our enforcer, that's sad. But also, like, damn, at least Luka, he backs it up. He don't back down from nobody. So if y'all ever get the chance, man, y'all see some old videos that I used to make about Luka back then. I also made a video about Luka when it comes to, like, pronouncing his name, Luka Doncic. And it's hilarious. I interviewed other friends, and they tried to pronounce it, and they butchered it. Rivs, Luka drops 32, 6, and 17. Jesus. Tonight on 58% from the field. 58% would be nice. Edward, you already said $27.99. I think it's a little low. But if it's $27.99 and a win, I'll take it every single time. C-Dub, Luka, 36, 12, and 8. I like it. C-Dub says, Reggie is upsetting me too. Honestly, the whole damn roster. All right. Let me ask you this, C-Dub. Besides Luka, who on the roster has not upset you this season? Give me 3 players that have not upset you this season. Let's kind of go off of that. Rel says cardio. Yes, bro. I love how y'all create these nicknames, because they that's like a Floridian slip, right? Knicks name, because these guys are former Knicks. But I love how we talk Mavs come up with these funny nicknames for these former Knick players, right? Like Tim Hardaway Jr., Trash Can Juice, which I hate to do it, but it's funny. And I know in my recent last time I was on their post game show, we were talking about how he be spreading the juice. That's one, and then cardio. So, but it's funny that they're both former Knicks. And then I don't know if y'all heard about that report of Emmanuel Quickly is becoming a trade option for the Mavericks. I had tweeted, I am tired. I am tired of trading for Knicks players. You know why? Because between trading for Kristaps Porzingis, Tim Hardaway Jr., picking up Reggie Bullock, and just having all these former Knicks and Frank Ntilikina, I'm just like, oh God, what? My bad. Here we go. There we go. My bad. I'm tripping. So yeah, man, it's one of those things where I don't know why we rely so much on the Knicks, and we need to start relying on finding other players that are not on that team that we already owe a pick to, and find different players that could give us something else. I wouldn't mind Emmanuel quickly. I'm not going to say I don't, but you already know we'd have to give an arm and a leg for him, and I'm not going to do all that. Tyson T, Jason Kidd holding his team back. He needs to add more player movement. I have said that before. I think me and Rel talked about it way back early in the season. It happens a lot when Luka's ISOing. Everyone's standing in their corner. There's like really no cuts. And I think you need Josh Green for that to make the cuts even more effective, because Tim Hardaway Jr. ain't cutting it. Christian Wood is mainly going to post up. It's not going to be cutting. You need Josh Green out there to be able to create an offense that allows the type of movement that we want, where you could get easy baskets. Riv says, you think we could get Zubac from the Clippers? That would be nice. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind him at all. I wouldn't mind him. That's a rebounder right there. Defensively, he'd get exposed, but to limit the amount of offensive rebounds other teams get, I would for sure try to get him. If it costs us McGee, sign me up. McGee in 2 seconds, sign me up. Yes, sir. Sign me up. C-Dub, Tyson is right. Jason Kidd is whack as F. I'm holding on to like about, it was like this much after 30 games. Now I'm holding on to a little bit like this now, because he has been doing a decent job with the roster he's had ever since the injuries. And then he did amazing last year. So I'm not trying to completely throw Kidd into the dumpster out here, but I do highly believe in what he can be. He makes mistakes. I'm holding on to a little bit of hope. If he really just keeps this up, like bad coaching throughout the rest of the season, we might have to revisit this like entirely and find a new coach. But I am holding on to hope. Like you have one of the greatest former point guards coaching one of the greatest generational talents that is developing into becoming one of the GOATs. It's like it makes sense. I just hope it works. You get what I'm saying? C-Dub says, Seawood, Spencer, Luka haven't upset me. Dang, you only gave me 3 players. I need a 4th one. Because think about it. If we can't have 4 players that we're not upset with, then we're never going to be able to find a decent starting 5. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, we need to think of that. Edward, Kidd is a bend the rules but don't break them rules coach. Excuse me. Let me say that again. Kidd is a bend the rules but don't break the rules coach. He's not holding them back. Kidd is a point guard. He's very clever. I give him till the end of the season and replace him if it don't work. I agree. Jason Kidd hit me, LOL. I agree. I think he really likes to overthink the game. I think he tries to be so cerebral that it's to his detriment sometimes. And I think he needs to just, you know how they say, let the game come to you. Just make the right decisions. Make the right adjustments. Make the right calls. Call the challenges like Rel always says when Luka got hit in the face. It was a crucial part of the game. And that found layup, like the dude hit Luka in the face and he got a foul and a layup. Like, that demoralizes teams. That demoralizes your game. And we're already kind of getting blown out, and that kind of did it. So, Kidd has to realize these certain instances and make the right decision. C-Dub, Jason Kidd is a below-average coach. Woo! This year he is. For sure. Edward, all these people commenting, but you only got 6 likes. It's all good, man. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the likes and any views y'all give me, man. We're here to have a conversation leading up to the game. You know, it's fun watching the Mavs go against the Clippers. It's not fun watching them at 9:30 p.m. because I'm already sleepy, you know. So I'm going to try to stay up to watch this game for sure. Riv says, Christian Wood has overachieved in my opinion. The simple fact he's brought into playing defense is excellent to see. Yes. He had a streak about 7-8 games of double digit, 2.5 blocks or 2 blocks minimum. There was a game, I think it was against San Antonio or the Rockets, where he had about 5-6 blocks. Christian Wood has been what we would say everything KP should have been, and probably then some, because he is friendlier with Luka. He does give Luka his praise in the post game. Luka says he listens to him. Luka says he can yell at him, and he just goes out there and does what he needs to do. He's not really like that bad guy that everybody said he was coming from Houston. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? I haven't seen it. So I don't know why we're perpetuating this thing that he needs to earn his role with us, that he needs to earn a contract with us. We need to stop losing players like him. I'm done. I'm done losing good players. And he is a good player. We traded a first round and all these players that we love, like Boban, quote unquote. Let's keep the guy, right? Let's keep him. Let's sign him. 3 years or something, minimum. Give him 3 years. Give him the third year as an option for him, right? Something. Keep the man. Where we at? Rel, get them likes up, y'all. It doesn't cost you anything. Smash that like button. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you. Edward, Jason Kidd is a champion and should be respected. Trust the process. Trust the process. I guess that works for Jason Kidd. Tyson T, run plays and all-ball screens to get guys open looks. The thing is, who on the team could run off of a screen, right? You're coming off a screen, going to be wide open for that little split second, hit you with the pass right in the pocket. Who could immediately get it up and shoot it in time? I think Tim Hardaway can, but is it the player that you want to be shooting these kind of shots? I don't know. I really wish we had a sharpshooter because that would be so elite. Like, think of it, right? Luka has a ball top key. You got a sharpshooter coming, running baseline coming off of a screen. Instead of Luka having the 2 eyes or 3 pairs of eyes on him, people have to watch out for the sharpshooter, right? So they watch out for the sharpshooter. That can leave Luka even more one-on-one. It can leave other players more wide open. So when you have more of a sharpshooters on the court opens up. And they don't compress as much as they do on Luka because Reggie Bullock has not been hitting his shots today. I meant this year. I meant last year and this year. This season. What am I saying? So he hasn't been hitting his shots. So if I'm creating a defensive game plan, I'm like, leave Reggie open until he hits like 3 in a row. Until Reggie hits 3 in a row, I don't care. Leave him open. We're going to guard and double Luka. Right? That's my game plan. And I know they send a lot of picks for Luka through Reggie sometimes when he's on the court. I don't care. Send the pick. We're going to leave Reggie wide open and follow Luka. That's my defensive game plan. I'm letting that dude shoot all day. I don't care. Where we at? You said 3 players. C-Dub. Yeah, I said 3 players minus Luka because we know Luka can't disappoint us. But see if you can come up with a 4th. Tyson, you're right. Offense is stagnant most of the time, lacks creativity, out of bounds. Plays for in-game situations are the worst in the league. Not my opinion. I'm pretty sure that's facts. Yeah, whenever you just give Luka the ball with 3 seconds to go and ask him to shoot a step-back 3, it's extremely inefficient, especially from 35 feet. Like, yeah, I think it was the game against, who was it? I think it was against the Raptors or I forgot who. Yeah, it was against the Raptors. Luka could tell, like, they're going to switch it. And he was looking to the bench and no one could make any changes. And you could just tell, this is just going to be one of those plays where I'm going to chuck up a 3. Riv says, we need Ime Udoka to lead the team. He could push Luka and Wood to the next level. Sorry for, like, the pause, but I'm just like, I don't know, man. I need to see what the hell he did in Boston because was it that bad that they had to suspend him the whole season? Like, what did he really do? And, Mavericks already have a bad rap with all of this, indecency stuff. Like, well, I don't know if we can afford that stuff. Click the like button now. Do it. Hey, I appreciate you. C-Dub. See what defense coincide with his playing time. Dang. That also, but also Kleber getting hurt helped C-Wood get more time. And then when Dwight Powell got hurt, it helped him even more get more time. But I'll be so mad if Kleber returns and Christian Wood's minutes dwindle and they go back to what they used to be around 20, 21 minutes a game. I'll be so pissed. Excuse my language. Edward says Tim Hardaway is a quality player regardless of his numbers. He just needs some work on his jump shot. MAVS trainers are really good. If you could get on board, then it's not the team, it's you. So that brings me to a topic of the whole Karis LeVert for Tim Hardaway Jr. I haven't watched much Karis LeVert, so I can't really speak to his game, but I can speak to what he did in the bubble a couple years ago. And I don't think he's required to do as much as he would be required to do here in Cleveland. In Cleveland, you got two ball handlers and Garland, Mitchell. You got Kevin Love. You got Evan Mobley. You got players. So whenever your number's called, you really just got to sprinkle in some points here and there. On the Mavs, I think he did have a bigger role here for sure. And would his numbers look a lot better than Tim Hardaway Jr.'s? That's left to be seen. I agree, Tim Hardaway's not like a horrible player, but when he has those nights when he goes 0 for 7 from 3, it is unruly. It is not pretty, bro. Would Karis LeVert go 0 for 7 from 3? That's see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? C-Dub, a good coach can get good production from Timmy. Jay Hardy can, Timmy can. Yeah. I agree. And I think Jason Kidd can. He has gotten good production out of these guys. I mean, he put Tim Hardaway back in the lineup, and then Tim Hardaway went crazy for 5 games, right? Historical percentages from 3. Jaden Hardy, when he comes in spurts, does well. But I think Jaden Hardy needs to be on the court with Luka. It just helps him. So Jason Kidd has shown that he has the ability. It's just he needs to stick with that ability that he has, man. Eric Draven says, no, C-Dub. Timmy can't finish at the rim, and he's getting the most wide open looks he could get. His performance is no one but his. I mean, he admitted that. He admitted that against the Thunder where he said this game was on him. Yeah, it was on him because he took the most shots. And all the shots that he took did not result in a winning basketball game against the Thunder. So you're telling me that a Luka-less Mavericks are worse than a full-strength, almost not even a full-strength Thunder team. A Luka-less Mavericks aren't better than a partially hurt Thunder team. Think about that, man. That's rough. Edward says, I'm done with Cuban. Let's trade Cuban like he's a villain. I've come around to that. I can't believe he has been performing better than the Mavs front office. But Cuban in general, ever since like 2012, he has done a poor job building his roster. Even around Dirk, around Luka the first couple years when he went all in on KP. And when you think of it, right, retroactively you think of it like, damn, we gave up so much for a player coming off an ACL injury. Imagine what we could have got for Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Jordan, Wesley Matthews, and 2 first-round picks. What else could have we gotten? What other player could have we gotten? You know what I'm saying? We probably could have got Andrew Wiggins. Probably could have got someone bigger. And there's just so many players I can't think of right now, but we could have got someone better. And it's like, dang, imagine, right? Imagine if we didn't go get KP and we got that was immediately healthy, immediately capable of playing with Luka, and immediately being able to make an impact offensively and defensively. We'd probably be looking at this team a lot different. Lupita says, hola, hello, ¿cómo está? She said konnichiwa. All right, Edward. So who replaced Boban? I had no idea they let him go. Yeah, man, they traded him in a package for Seawood. C-Dub says, Josh Green hasn't made me upset. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Josh Green, Luka, Spencer, Christian Wood. I as well throw in Dorian Finney-Smith, right, as your 5th. But that to me, that's a good starting lineup. C-Dub, gonna put the kids to bed. I enjoy the stream. Keep grinding. Go Mavs. Thank you, C-Dub. Thank you. Rivs, Ime had a side piece in the organization, and the whole NBA lost their minds. And speaking of LeVert, he's a walking bucket that can average 17 to 20 points a game. I agree. And people could say Tim Hardaway could too, but he's not doing it here. Imagine if Tim Hardaway was averaging 17 to 20 points a game. You think our phones will be ringing off even more? Wouldn't you think that? Wouldn't you think we'd get better offers than Karis LeVert? I would think so. That's the wild thing about it. Edward says, let's go Mavs. Go Mavs. So here's the thing. I want to look up something, right? Because as y'all know, the Dallas Mavericks versus Clippers. So I like looking at this stuff sometimes. I like to seeing how many times these teams have played against each other in head to head. And there we go. All right, so here's the history behind the Dallas Mavericks versus the LA Clippers. The Dallas Mavericks have played the Los Angeles Clippers a total of 167 games in the regular season. Guess who has the most victories between the two teams? I'm going to give it a couple seconds. I'll give it a couple more seconds. The Dallas Mavericks have 98 victories against the Clippers to the Clippers' 69 wins against the Dallas Mavericks. It goes to show that we owe the Clippers. You can say, oh, in the playoffs they beat us. Yeah, whatever. You know, y'all had everybody and whoever else you could think of. All right, so let's see the last couple of games. So this season, the Mavericks beat the Clippers. If you remember the game, Luka caught a bad pass from Bullock to Dorian Finney-Smith, slipped out his hands, got to Luka. Luka put it up, hit the shot, and told everybody at home to shush. And then took it back, but we got the dub. We got the dub. Luka played really great that game. Last year, 2021-2022 season, there was a home-and-home game, right, where the Clippers were here in Dallas for 2 games. The Mavs won the first one. Clippers won the second one. And then prior to that, in 2021, the Mavericks beat the Clippers in overtime, and then the Clippers won that. So I want to see what our record has been against the Clippers ever since Luka has been here. So let me see. We got 1, 2, 3 straight losses. Damn, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So it's been extremely competitive. I think we're like 6 and 9 against the Clippers under Luka, not counting the playoffs. So interesting stuff there. I always like seeing how they've been performing. As far as like how the team does historically. So that's pretty interesting to see. The other thing about it is I saw the Clippers have a horrible game against the Nuggets where they just got straight up completely ran through, right? And I just hope that the Mavericks are able to do that today because you want to stay in contention for the 3rd seed. And if you can stay in contention for the 3rd seed, you have a chance to eventually go and get to the 2nd seed and the 1st seed when you get all your players back. But for the Mavericks, tonight's game is going to be interesting. I really want to see Luka go off against the Clippers and just be able to maintain his dominance as far as his statistical performance are concerned against that team. But beating them is going to be a doozy because they do play good. Regardless if Kawhi's playing or PG's playing, they're just a hard team to beat and put away when it comes to that. So Riv says, and Luka in his career is averaging 32, 9, and 8 versus the Clippers. He's a part-time owner. What other teams is Luka Clipper owner? Now, what other teams is Luka a part owner of? I guess the Clippers. I will say in regular season because we can't say postseason, but statistically wise, he owns them. The Suns, he has it out for the Suns. I wanted to say Boston, but Boston really kind of beat us this year. But the last 2 years, he's had dagger threes on them. There's been 3 games that he's been a part of having a dagger situation on them in the final seconds. What other team? The Utah Jazz. We put them out of their misery. And I think so far, those are the only teams he owns. The Jazz, Suns, and the Clippers. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure he owns the San Antonio Spurs and the Rockets as far as his win ratio is concerned. But I think in general, those teams he performs. He comes to perform when it comes to those teams. All right, so we got about 20-ish minutes before the game gets started. Again, I just wanted to jump on here and be able to chat with y'all as much as we can. If y'all want to shoot some comments below, I'll be on here for a couple 5 more minutes. But I am trying a completely different streaming service. And this service is free. But it's interesting. Like, we get a wider shot, right? On YouTube, it'd be like this. On YouTube, you only get to see this. On this thing, I could actually put my phone way over there. I could show you colognes, like what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's pretty interesting. I got my Maverick stuff right here, you know, just so you can see it. But no, yeah, man, I got my testing strips. So yeah, this is the new layout. I'm gonna try to get a better vibe for it. I think I could actually invite people on here, so I could be able to get Rel and We Talk Mavs or Bibbs, which look out, me and Bibbs might collab here soon, or even DDP or Big Game James or even some of my friends. I could actually send them a link and get them into the screen and kind of host it like We Talk Mavs gets to host stuff or anybody else. Like, definitely learning this angle of streaming, so it's pretty neat for sure. All right, we got some more comments. Let me see here. Luka is also the part-time owner of the Suns, Boston. He basically owns the whole Rocket organization. Yes, he does. JP says, I'm from Slovenia. Don't understand your trading system in Europe. If teams have money, they can buy the player on restrictions. Yeah, in Europe, the way they do soccer, and I'm guessing the way they do basketball as well, it's like through transactions, right? Like teams have to agree to sell a player, if I'm correct. So it's really interesting how they do it over there. There's really no salary cap or anything like that. So JP, the reason they do that here, the NBA has a salary cap, because say the NBA didn't have a salary cap, and say it was Curry, Clay, Draymond, and Durant at the time, right? And say they didn't have a cap space, they could have gotten LeBron, Kyrie Irving, and whoever else, and you just have one team with all the players, and there's literally no point to watch, right? And in basketball, you really only need 5 to 6 really good players to contend. And if you have 5 to 6 all-star, all-elite players, it's a wrap, you know? So that's kind of why they do it. They're trying to create parity in the league. And I know they're adding more salary to it. So for Luka, in our sense, I wish in our situation we had more cap space for Luka. But yeah, that's the non-competitive edge, and the competitive edge you get with a salary cap and then all these tax caps and luxury tax situations, which is really complicated as far as how the financials work in the NBA. It's really complicated. Edward says Trae Young could be a sharpshooter for Luka if they could coexist. Imagine, right? I know a lot of Mavs fans were against even the idea of getting Trae Young, which I am not. I am so for that idea of getting him, because then you can just build around those guys. You just never know. But if Trae Young could be a Robin to Luka, the team would be something else. Yeah, defensively you'll be kind of cooked, but I'd rather have 2 all-stars, star potential players going at everyone else, where they're actually a team and have, you know, continuity when it comes to hooping on the court. Like, imagine, bro, imagine. This game needs to start already. Agreed. Riv says, outside of the Mavs, who are your other sport teams? All right. Glad you asked. Let's talk about it. Let me move the mic over here a little bit. Who are my other sport teams? I root. Yeah, my bad. Let me move the mic over here. I'm over here breaking. For me, I root for a lot of DFW teams, Dallas-Fort Worth teams. Root for the Dallas Cowboys, begrudgingly, unfortunately. The Dallas Stars, the Texas Rangers, the Dallas FC Dallas soccer team, SMU, and the Dallas Mavericks. And then I don't want to say this last team, but I'll say it because they got destroyed last night, TCU. So I'm really just a Dallas homer. I don't necessarily have any second teams or secondary teams. When it comes to like championship games, I'll make a decision on who I want to root for at the time. But really, I'm just a hardcore Dallas guy, and I just root for all my teams in Dallas for sure. Riv says, I wish there was no cap like MLB. You would just have to pay a very heavy tax bill if you go over a certain amount. I wonder what that amount is in MLB, because I know you go open your pockets and just keep giving out cash. It don't matter in MLB. It's crazy. Ocho Stars in overtime right now. Dang. I need to get caught up on stars. I know who's our goalie. I cannot remember his name, but he's young, and that dude a star, bro. Our goalie is nice, and I know our goalies can't play every single game, but I need to. Man, I got a laptop in my face over here, and I'm already talking about. I can't remember this guy's name. Let me pull him up. Stars goalie depth chart. Now, if you watch hockey, Jake Ottinger. That dude was nice. That dude was nice, bro. He was nice. Laser Jane, what's up? Luka game tomorrow. Luka play tomorrow? Are we playing a back-to-back tonight? Oh, let me see. Cause ain't no way. Oh no. Yeah, Luka plays tonight, and he plays Thursday night against the Lakers in LA. Is Kawhi playing? Harold, I don't know. Let me see. That's interesting. I hope he plays. Let's see. Is he playing tonight? Paul George out. Will Luka play? Luka will play. 3 hours ago. 4 hours ago, the Clippers have ruled. Oh no, that's an old thing, man. What the street saying on Twitter? Yeah, there's nothing I can find on the website to see if he's actually playing or not. What we got? Edward said Young could be Nash to Dirk playing in harmony. Young and Luka is a major threat if they hook up. Yeah, I'd agree. Again, you have to build around that because Luka is a better defender than Trae Young, and Trae Young is just small. But I can see the Steve Nash Dirk comparison. And remember when we had those guys, our defense was a little anemic. You know what I'm saying? We need a little iron pills on that team. So for sure, if you're gonna get Young and Luka, I hope you still are able to keep Christian Wood, and then you can kind of build around that. Because there's going to be players that are going to come for like mid-level exceptions or the bare minimum. It happens. So that's how I look at it when we're talking about getting players like that. Jake Ottinger, yes sir, he's killing it tonight, heading into a shootout. Let me know how it goes, man. Ocho, let me know how it goes. Edward, Kawhi, LOL. Bibbs Corner, what's up, bro? What's up, my guy? Appreciate you. He says, what's your favorite trade rumor that you've heard recently? Honestly, I don't like any of the rumors. I liked the Bogdanovich in theory. I do. I don't like the first round draft pick price tag, but for this season, because how close it is, that's why I'm intrigued for it. Because he allows Spencer Dinwiddie to come off the bench. You get what I'm saying? Especially if we're full strength, he allows Spencer Dinwiddie to come off the bench, and then now Dorian Finney-Smith and players like Bullock go down the depth chart as far as like who's your best players, right? It'd be Luka, Christian Wood. Then you have to decide whether Bogdanovich is better than Spencer Dinwiddie, and you're right there, right? So now you got really good 4 solid players, and then you get into the Josh Greens and Dorian Finney. So that I like that deal. The Karis LeVert for Tim Hardaway Jr. What are we getting? Are we getting a lot of upside? I think he could do a little bit more than Tim Hardaway Jr. He would be required to do more here than he does in Cleveland. So it's just I haven't seen his production and how well he's been efficiently. But I'm not too thrilled on none of the rumors, to be honest with you. If anything, the only one that I am thrilled about is the Zach LaVine one. But what kind of price tag are we going to do on that? And if we are going to get him, and if we could get him without giving up too much draft capital, I'm for it, but it's going to cost us Jaden Hardy. Now, if you ask me to trade Jaden Hardy and Tim Hardaway and some other player and a couple of draft picks for Zach LaVine, you'd be hard-pressed to catch me say no, you know what I'm saying? Because Zach LaVine replaces a Jaden Hardy, a Tim Hardaway Jr., and whatever player, as long as we're able to keep Green, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Wood, then we got some there, you know what I'm saying? And before I get on to the read more comments, the Spurs are playing the Warriors in the Alamo Dome this Friday. I recently moved away from Dallas for work. I moved all the way down here to Kingsville. Bro, I'm in Kingsville, all right? Way down here. But San Antonio's like 2 hours up north. I'm like, should I go to that game? It's like $30 to get in there. Alamo Dome. I'm gonna go there again like later on this month to the Royal Rumble. But I'm like, should I go to San Antonio to watch the Spurs versus the Warriors in that big stadium? I just think for the experience I should go. Y'all let me know. I mean, because I'm a Mavs fan, but, you know. Karis LeVert, LOL, just to get rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. Yeah. They say trash can juice, right? Edward says Kawhi will disappear like he disappeared and hid from Spurs. I'm dead. Bibbs Corner, Terrence Mann, Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Morris, Nicholas Batum, and Zubac. All right. I fully anticipate seeing Terrence Mann and Luka have a little exchange tonight. They usually do. They usually get in each other's face. They haven't had like a big, little back and forth since that one preseason game. But I'm looking forward to some back and forth between those two players. But I'm happy to see Kawhi Leonard play. I want to see if Luka could cook that man tonight. Cook that man, send a message. But you also got Marcus Morris out there. So you got three of the players that really take liberties on Luka. Well, one of them does. Rivs, I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, but I live in Dallas. My other teams are the Stars, Wings, FC Dallas, Ohio State Buckeyes, and the LA Dodgers. I like that. I like how you're from Cleveland and you've allowed some of the Dallas teams to infiltrate your fandom. I rock with that. Respect that. Stars win. Jay came through. Nice. Where we at in the standings when it comes to the Stars? Let me look. Dallas Stars. But my niece is crazy about the Stars, bro. 25-11-6. Bro, you got to be number one at that record. We are number one at that record. All right. Oh, damn. All right, man. Hey, when the Stars made the NHL Stanley Cup in the bubble, and I know everyone in Dallas kind of just overlooked it, didn't really like take it into consideration the moment that it was. Because there was no fans, so it's kind of felt a little empty. I would like for us to get back there and with the whole crowd and everything and see what kind of noise we could do. But our record is nice, bro. Edward, Cuban just needs to stop trying to create a team around one person and create a team. We've all been saying that, bro. All been saying that. And I think he needs to utilize Nico Harrison in a better way to be able to get that done. But signing players like McGee and giving Maxey all these max deals, it makes it difficult unless it's going to be a team that be like, yeah, give me McGee, and I'll give you whoever you want, right? You're going to be hard-pressed to find that because everybody right now in the NBA, it just feels like the NBA feels like America feels like when it comes to the recession, right? Everything costs more. So the NBA, if you want to get a player, you got to pay 2 first-round draft picks or 3 seconds just to get a player that 2 years ago would have cost you just like a Bertans or a Trey Burke. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is expensive in the NBA now. Look at what the Jazz got from Minnesota, or look at what Minnesota had to give up to get Rudy Gobert. Look at what Cleveland gave up to get Donovan Mitchell, which is working out for them. But the Jazz got really good key pieces, young pieces, and so many draft picks. You already know the Thunder got like 19 first-round draft picks over the next like 4 or 5 years. That's ridiculous. Sorry about my tangents. You know what I'm saying? I just go on one. C-Dub says, we back. Yes, sir. Everywhere. No one can beat Dirk or replace Dirk. I would love to go see that statue of Dirk's. For me, Dirk meant so much to me as a Mavericks fan. And I cried several times in playoffs when we lost to the Kings and lost to the Spurs and lost to the Heat in the freaking finals, and then we lost to the Warriors, and then we just had them horrible years in the late 2000s, and then to finally get that championship. Dirk means so much to me. I know Dirk's our legend, so for sure, yeah, Dirk. No one can beat Dirk. Now unless Luka gives us like 2 titles. C-Dub, how many of y'all gonna watch the whole game? Me right now, I'm about to go to a bar, go drink a little bit. They'll have the game on in there, so I'll try to watch the entire game. And then by the time I get out, if I still got energy, I'll probably hit up We Talk Math, see if I can join them. You know what I'm saying? But I'll definitely be watching the whole thing. Stars best team in Dallas right now. To be honest, yeah, beyond best. 25-11-6 or 25-6-11. Nah, that's an amazing record for hockey, bro. C-Dub, is Nico in over his head? Never been a GM. That's what a lot of people are thinking. He did make a couple of good deals last year. To be honest, he really did. I'm gonna give him the credit for that. I need to see what he could do this year. But as a GM, not being able to keep Jalen Brunson, I am gonna put that on you and Cuban for not being able to keep him. Y'all said y'all were gonna be able to pay him whatever he wanted, and we didn't. So do we keep our word or do we not? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you were better off in the tax with Brunson than in the tax without Brunson. That was my entire argument. You could go back on my channel, look towards the time when it was time to sign him, and you'll see I made a video titled that. We're better in the luxury tax with Brunson than without. Ribs, yes, we're top of our division, but the Bruins have been wrecking shop. I need to look into this, man. I need to look into this stuff. See, the Stars playing well for sure. I need to make it to a game this year. Me too. I hope to be back in Dallas, hopefully in a couple of weeks or a couple of months, just to go hang out with some family and go catch a couple of games. Ribs, NFL transactions be extremely valuable too. Could you imagine how many first-round picks the Cowboys would give for Parsons and Lamb? Yeah. And the way the Cowboys draft, that wouldn't be such a bad thing, but you're not finna give up generational talent like Parsons. And Lamb is good too. Giovanni Ramirez, like your setup, bro. Nice. Hey, thank you. I be looking at this stuff every day. Trust me, I look at this stuff every day, and I'm like, man, what more can I add? Because this is like a corner. Like, this is a corner of a wall right here. So, yeah. The little light behind over here, see my shadow? There's a light pointing up to that, so it kind of gives it an effect. I've been working on it, man. If you look at my old videos, I've had weird backgrounds. This is definitely my best background so far. Thank you. Really appreciate that. DivRay, TGK, new subscriber. Glow Mav sent me. Glow Mavs. Glow Yard. What's up? You were on it, so I subscribed here. Embiid pissed me off. Deuce sits versus good teams that can hold his points down, but plays versus Detroit. What a joke. I love Embiid, but when he plays, he doesn't get fouled. He throws himself into a defender to get a foul. And I don't know if that's worse than flopping, because you could not only injure yourself, you could injure the player that you're throwing yourself into. So love Embiid's game, but if that's what he is doing, just to keep up with Luka, that says a lot, right? This is a lot. Edward, respect Rivs. I live in Texas, but long to be in San Antonio or Dallas just for the sports. West Texas only has a few sport teams, a few professional sport teams. DFW should be a sports capital. Hey, man, the city of Dallas is trying to get a second football team because that city in Arlington, that team over there seems to disappoint so much. I'm going to assume some of y'all in here might be Cowboys fans. Y'all can shoot Cowboys questions too. Not like I'll answer them the best, but what do y'all think we're going to do against Brady next Monday night? Spoiler alert, I ain't feeling too good about it. I'll tell you that much. What we got? C-Dub, anyone want to trade Mavs tickets for Star tickets? I'll take you to a Mavs game. Hey, that's lit. You got people in here. Y'all let C-Dub know if y'all want to trade some tickets. You take me to a Stars game. Handshake. G2 Omi, do we even have assets? I feel like the Mavs have no assets. The assets that we do have is Josh Green, Luka Doncic, Christian Wood, Jaden Hardy, and Spencer Dinwiddie. Those are your true assets that you could go get players with. And your first-round picks. Now, we're going to trade Luka? Hell no. Are we going to trade those other 4 players? Maybe. Now, if we were to trade those other 4 players, right? Say you trade Christian Wood and Spencer Dinwiddie, and you were to get one great player back with a pick, right? Who would you go deal? Who would you go do that deal to get someone back for? Say you get the trade Spencer Dinwiddie and Christian Wood. Who can you go get out of those 2? If we're speaking assets, you know what I'm saying? we need to get the brain turning. We need to get creative when it comes to making these trade deals, because it seems like the Mavs are just stuck on, we want to trade Tim Hardaway for Karis LeVert, or we want to trade Bertans for Bogdanovich in the first. Like, these picks, these ideas aren't the most creative. They're not going to put you over the top. So we need to think outside of the box. Edward, how much are star tickets? I don't even know. But I know you get better prices for Stars tickets versus Mavs tickets. That's for sure, in my experience. Ultra, I have the same Luka coin on my record player. Yes, sir. Let me know where you got this at. I'll tell you a quick story of where I got this. So I ended up getting this at a GameStop in where the hell? There we go. I ended up getting this coin in a GameStop in Arkansas. It was on discount for like 50%. So I got it for like, I think it was like $10 or something like that. So I was like, yeah, I'll get it. I'm gonna take that for sure. Riv says, yeah, Dallas definitely should be the sports mecca of the world. I was blown away by how many teams are here. Hey, man, a Dallas Cowboys game, a night game, Sunday night game versus the Eagles, it is awesome, bro. The atmosphere is different. A Cowboys playoff game is an atmosphere you want to just feel. Mavericks playoff game is good, too. The only thing is I'm a little jaded because I went to you can find this on my channel as well. I went to New York when KP first went back to New York as a Mav. And I was in Madison Square Garden. Bro, you want to talk about an atmosphere? Amazing. It was something else, man. But it's on my channel. You can definitely go find it. So we got a couple minutes before the game starts. Let me read the rest of y'all's comments. Bro, you need to get going. Gonna be late for opening. We playing in Tampa. That's lame. Ultra, if you look up the stats of how the Cowboys play on grass, it is horrible. Dak performs horribly in grass, and the Cowboys in general are a lot slower in grass and don't perform that well. And our record is horrible on grass. And we're going against Tom Brady, who's been on grass for so long. It don't look good, bro. It don't look good. Edward says, yes, Ribs is ridiculous. Ribs, I also watch the Cowboys. I believed y'all defense will smother the Bucks offense. Y'all will sack Brady at least 4 times. If you were to tell me that we got the defense from the first 8 weeks, yeah, I'd agree. These last 9 weeks, no, sir. I do not feel that great. Ultra, GameStop in San Antonio. Ultra, do you stay in San Antonio? My dog's right here, so if y'all see me like reaching out, because it's Mr. Sylvester. Oh, let me put him over here. Hang out right here, buddy. Hang out right there. Ultra, let me know if you stay in San Antonio, because if you're going to go to the Spurs and Warriors game, DM me and let's link up. G2 says, a nice trade for me would be getting a big for Timmy. That would be nice. I would like to get an athletic big, for sure, for Tim Hardaway Jr. Harold said, Dak needs to go. Can we say Dak played great this season? I couldn't say that, but did he put up a lot of points? Yes, we could say that. But these last couple of games have not been very nice when it comes to speaking for Dak. Ultra, hit me up on Instagram or something, bro. Let's see if we can figure something out. All right, guys. Well, this game is about to start here soon. I need to go catch up and link up with some friends at the bar. I like Dak. He's top 10. He is top 10. He is. It's just like either he's top 10 and he's not 1 through 9. You get what I'm saying? Or he's top 12. Like, the way he performs sometimes, it's like it's tough for me. Like, he played great against Philly. He played great against certain other teams, but like against Washington, laid an egg. I need to see what he could do in the playoffs and on grass. I went to L.A. to watch him against the Rams a couple years ago in the playoffs. I went to the game last year in Dallas to watch him against the 49ers. I need to see Dak have a run. Not only a run to the NFC Championship, we need to get to the Super Bowl because that's what the Cowboys are supposed to do, right? So that's the standard I hold them to. Ribs, you have any Mav City Edition jerseys? I've been collecting a few. The city edition for this season is constantly sold out. I got something. I got one. Let me go get it now in the stream. Give me like 6 seconds. All right. I'm gonna end the stream after I'll show y'all this, and y'all might laugh. Y'all might laugh at this. So I do have a City Edition jersey. I actually got two. I don't know where the other one at, but this one, Dak is like the stock market. He's up one game, down the next. Yeah. All right, here we go. I got this on sale. Okay. These jerseys go for like $180. I got this on sale for like $40. So before you judge me, and before I end this stream, give me a second. Here we go. I got this for $40. This is official. Yeah, I know. $40. You never know. It might be a collector's item in a couple of years. Oh man. Well, judging by y'all's silence in the comments, that might be a sign of for me to go ahead and get up out of here. So, with all that being said, man, I appreciate all of y'all jumping on, checking me out, chatting on here tonight, talking Mavs versus Clippers. I hope Luka has another big game against them guys, and honestly, I hope we just get a dub. You know what I'm saying? Because when Luka comes to town, right? When Luka comes to LA, this is what he be saying.
If you see these dogs in your front yard, just know upstairs I'm going hard. Bing bong.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me see if there's any more comments. Sad face. He's top 20. Best quarterback in the world. Mahomes don't come close. Agreed. KP. Look. Y'all ain't got to put the sad faces on the KP, man. I just got the Luka version. Nice. I called the hanger, and they had two left in my size, so I went and grabbed it ASAP. That's what's up. Lupita, smiley face. Harold, that's nasty. Bibbs, looks like Kawhi decided to play. Yeah, it does look like it. He might only play 14 minutes tonight like he did against the Nuggets. We're going to see, though. But I would like to see him play good, man. I'm tired of him being injured and always managing his injuries or quote-unquote injury. So hopefully we can see a good game tonight. That's my favorite City Edition one so far. The cowboy hat on the top of the Mavs is super, super cool. Yeah, my favorite parts of this jersey is the way Dallas looks on here. That's nice. And then this piece right here where I say Man Fan for Life. Yeah, that's lit. All right, guys. Thank you so much. It's been your boy TGK. We'll definitely do another stream for the Lakers. It's going to be a late stream as well. I'll probably do it earlier because these be late.